Shame on you, Whoopi. Shame on you.
What's good, is Marcel J. Welcome back to my channel, whether you're old or new. Shout out to you, whether you're watching this through Instagram, through YouTube. You're amazing. This is going to be another moment with Marcel. I just want to get into this. Basically, we're going to talk about the conversation that's gone on since Whoopi Goldberg has shared her comments, her thoughts on Bella Thorne pre-leaking her own nudes. So, a hacker got Bella's nudes. They're basically extorting her, saying like, yo, give us this huge, probably ridiculous sum of money, or your nudes will be leaked out to the internet, and to kind of get ahead of the hacker, or hacker leak, or whatever you want to call them, to get ahead of them, but also to just gain power back so no one has anything over her. She pre-leaked them. She leaked them before they could get out by anyone else. And, you know, it was met with mixed reactions. Obviously, it's horrible and a huge invasion of privacy when your nudes, or when your private photos, your private anything gets shared on the internet without your consent. But as always, this became a hot topic, so The View discussed it, and Whoopi Goldberg said, insert clip.
Whoopi, I just feel that
if you don't put them, if you don't take them and put them in, listen, if you're famous, I don't care how old you are, you don't take nude pictures of yourself,
because she only wants to share with one person.
But she should, listen, when they're hacking you, they're hacking all of your stuff. So whether it's one picture or a million pictures, once you take that picture, it goes into the cloud, and it's available to any hacker who wants it. And if you don't know that in 2019, that this is an issue, I'm sorry, your age does not, you don't get to do that.
But why not?
You don't get to do it.
Not just...
Crazy, right? I don't care how old you are, you don't take nudes of yourself. When they're hacking you, they're hacking all of your stuff, whether it's one picture or a million pictures. Once you take that picture, it goes into the cloud and it's available to any hacker who wants it. So, on a level, I agree with Whoopi. Like, no one is safe from their private information, their photos, their credit card information, anything that you put on the internet. No one is safe for that being up for being hacked or shared to the world. The only difference is Bella Thorne is a very famous, very A-list actress. So more people want to see it, more people care about it. The only thing that like makes it, not the only thing, but what shifts the narrative for me and why I agree with Bella's like long but very passionate response to Whoopi is that just because something fucked up could happen, like your nudes being leaked. Wait, how do I say it? Just because your nudes could be leaked doesn't mean that you should have to restrict an element of your sexuality. Because in the day, Bella sent those to one special person, and she had no intentions of it going around on the internet. Of course, she could have, like in her mind, think like, yo, I am someone who has millions of followers. I am a very notable person at the moment. So if they do get leaked, I'll have to deal with the repercussions. I think she has in a very smart, very mature way. Like, I think it's dumb. It's dumb. I think it's dope that she decided to leak her photos before someone else could do that and like try to lure something over her head. But at the same time, like, just because something like that fucked up could happen shouldn't stop us from living our life, shouldn't stop us from expressing ourselves in that way. Because while nudes can be very, you know, like porn related, very sexual, it can also be a way to express your love for someone. Like, let's say you have a long distance relationship. The only way you can kind of feel each other on that level, the only way you can sexually explore each other is through text, and is through FaceTime, and is through pictures. And you kind of have to risk your privacy anyway, because you never know what happens when you share that photo with someone else. So yeah, I've seen a lot of people talk about it. I've seen the internet discuss it, and I've seen a lot of examples of people saying like, yo, just because it's the same argument of saying like, yo, this girl wore a very short skirt and she was out at night so she was just asking to get raped, to get abused or assaulted. And it's not the same thing, you know. We can't numb ourselves to horrible things happening us in the world and just say like, yo, this is America, this is a fucked up place. Of course your news are gonna get leaked. Of course she's gonna get raped. Of course this cop is gonna pull over this black family and shoot them because the whole world's corrupt. It's like, no, we need to understand that there's morals. There should be a balance to everything. And just because you aren't comfortable, just because you don't feel comfortable expressing yourself in that sense, whether it be taking nudes, whether it be making a private video, a sexting, or sexting, whatever it is, doesn't mean that the person who does decide to do that, that is comfortable with themselves on that level, should feel guilty for that. And I didn't do the 5-minute thing, so I'm kind of sad I didn't. So let me. 5 minutes are on the clock. But let me see. Bella's side. Insert the clip.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to say that I feel pretty disgusting, you know, I feel pretty disgusting, Whoopi, knowing everyone's seen, like, you know, my shit, and I just want to say that me watching this interview made me feel really bad about myself, and I hope you're happy, I really do, I really hope you're so fucking happy, because I can only imagine all of the kids who have their shit released and then they commit suicide, and you know, you're so crazy for thinking such terrible things on such an awful situation. Like, you know, I don't really want to go on The View anymore because I don't really want to be beaten down by a bunch of older women for my body and my sexuality. I don't really feel like that. And so I'm going to cancel my interview because I don't really want you guys talking about your views to young girls, because I would not want my daughter to learn that, and I would never say that to her. Okay, I'm done. Shame on you, Whoopi. Shame on you, and shame on you for putting that public opinion just out there like that for every young girl to think that they're disgusting for even taking a photo like that. Shame on saying if you take a sexy photo, then it basically deserves to get leaked. Like, don't be surprised at all and don't feel sorry for yourself. So if I go out to a party drinking and I want to dance on the dance floor, do I deserve to be raped too? Because to me, I see those two things as really fucking similar, okay?
Okay. Bella, very passionate, very just like, I feel like she shared her most raw state. Like maybe she heard the quote, she read the quotes, maybe she heard the interview, and maybe an hour later, she took to Instagram and shared what she was going through. And this argument, this debate has so many layers, because we can look at it as a generational thing where people who are in their 40s and up may not be sharing nudes the way that people in their younger, their teens to early 20s are, and they don't get that. People have like whole ass relationships via their phones. Like, you don't even have to see the person that you're dating for it to be special, for it to be like a moment, something precious to you. So these nudes, this privacy, this invasion of privacy, it can be so much more personal than what it is. It's not just this promiscuous slut type of girl, type of woman sharing her body because she wants attention. It's like, no, maybe it's I don't get why Whoopi didn't even try to be the devil's advocate in all this. I know Megan tried to do it at the end, like everyone should have like rights to their privacy, but to just have that very old way of thinking, it dates you. It kind of puts you at this level of, oh, this is where I end when it comes to just how our world is evolving. Because it's going to continue. I remember another thing, I watched the full clip on The View. Meghan McCain was like, there's going to be a president within our lifetime that's had a sex tape that's going to leak. And that's going to become normalized. It's not going to be a thing where it's like shocking and they have to like withdraw themselves from either the race or from the presidency. It'll just be a moment where it's like, oh yeah, well, It's 2024. Of course there's sex tapes. Like, how is there not? You just have to continue evolving and growing with the times. What else? The double standards are crazy. I mean, men's or male celebrities or male public figures, their nudes don't get leaked as much as women. But whenever they do, it's like a splash for a day and then it's like forgotten the next day. It's not these things where like they need to apologize and they're condemned and they're slut shamed. They're just like horrible people for doing what everyone's doing. Because like back in the day, in the fucking 80s to 70s, the younger people of that moment were doing exactly what we were doing, just without phones, which, you know, for better or worse, you decide. But they're in things because I think I'm saying my point. Like, we shouldn't slut shame people for having needs, for having wants, for having sexual desires that they feel comfortable to share. And whether it's with one person, whether it's like a whole scope, they're porn stars, they're whatever they are. No one should be chastising their bodies and their actions. You know, you do what you feel comfortable and you do what feels right to you. But on that same token, realize that we are in this internet age where everything's on the open. As soon as you share a text, as soon as you share a photo, a post, a tweet, it's there, it's stuck. It's stuck. It's embedded in the web forever in some aspect. So be confident about what you tweet, what you post, what you share, what you text, and know that it will come back. It can come back, and we can say like maybe like this is a mistake that happened 5 years ago, or just like whatever it is. You grow, you learn, whatever. But just realize that things like this won't be such a big deal if you are comfortable with your decisions and you realize that your life, that the internet is real life. It's like it's an extension of what you do in your actual day to day. So treat it as such. This is gonna be fun to edit. But what do you guys think? Is Bella being dramatic for how she reacted to Whoopi, like saying shame on you, like I can't believe you slut shamed, time's up. Well, time's up, hashtag time's up. I hate myself, but dead ass though, time's up. Like, getting the toxic men out of here. But no, is Bella in the wrong for saying that Whoopi shouldn't have shamed her like that, or shouldn't shame shouldn't shame teenage young women who are comfortable with their sexuality? Is Whoopi in the wrong for being too harsh with how she felt about Bella leaking her own nudes or just taking the nudes in the first place? Let me know in the comments, whether it be on Instagram or Twitter. I don't know. Whether it be Instagram or YouTube, and I will get back to you. Give me suggestions for more moments of Marcel's, because I love doing them. Don't worry, I still do my reactions/reviews, but this is a fun thing to do in between that, because I actually do my research when I do my music videos. My videos about music. It's not just me like playing a video and just reacting to it and dancing to it. It's like, no, I want to think about the production, the lyrics, and like the whole vibe and meaning of the song. So hopefully you enjoy all that content, but if you do, subscribe to the channel, give my Instagram a follow, and I will see you guys in the next video. On to the next.